Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to our story time today. We have a very special story for you called The Resilient Seed. How tiny beginnings create mighty wonders. This story is about a very small seed that may seem unimportant at first, but inside it carries great strength and hope. As we listen together, we will learn how patience, courage, and believing in yourself can help even the tiniest beginning grow into something amazing. So get comfortable, use your imagination, and let's begin this beautiful journey with our little seed. Once upon a time, deep under the soft brown soil of a wide meadow, a very tiny seed rested quietly. It was so small that even the smallest ant walking nearby did not notice it. If someone had held it between their fingers, they might have thought it was nothing important at all. But this seed carried a story inside it. The seed had once been part of a tall, old tree that grew near the edge of the valley. The tree had stood there for many years, watching the seasons come and go. In spring, it wore fresh green leaves. In summer, it gave cool shade. In autumn, it dropped seeds. And in winter, it rested patiently. One autumn day, the wind blew stronger than usual. The branches of the tree swayed back and forth. Leaves fell like soft rain. Tee seed, holding on as tightly as it could, finally let go. It floated through the air, turning slowly, carried wherever the wind wanted to take it. Below, the land stretched wide and quiet. After a long fall, the seed landed gently on the ground and rolled into the soil. That was when everything changed. The world around the seed became dark. The warm sunlight disappeared. The open sky was gone. The soil pressed around the seed from all sides. It felt heavy and tight. The seed felt scared. I am alone, the seed thought. No one can see me. Nothing will ever happen to me. The seed stayed very still. Days passed. Nothing seemed to change. Above the ground, animals moved, birds sang, and grass danced in the wind. But below the ground, the seed knew only silence. Then rain came. The rain soaked into the soil, drop by drop. Cool water touched the seed. It felt strange, but also comforting. The seed felt less dry, less afraid. Something deep inside the seed began to wake up. Still, the root kept moving. Above the root, a tiny green shoot began to grow upward. It pushed gently against the soil. The soil felt heavy and close. "Stay here," the soil whispered. "It is quiet and safe." The shoot paused. The soil was right. It was safe down here. But the shoot felt something else, a warm memory it could not explain. So it pushed again. After many slow days, the shoot reached the surface. Suddenly, everything was bright. Sunlight touched the shoot for the first time. It felt warm and new. Fresh air wrapped around its tiny leaves. The sky stretched wide and blue above. The shoot trembled. "This world is so big," it thought. "I am too small for this place." Before it could think more, the wind arrived. The wind pushed the shoot hard, bending it low. Ouch, the shoot thought. This hurts. Nearby, tall grass swayed gently. You will get used to it, the grass said kindly. We all do. The shoot tried to stand straight, but another wind pushed it again. It bent and bent, but did not break. Each day, the shoot grew a little taller. Its leaves grew a little wider. The sun fed it warmth. The rain fed it water. Some days were easy. Some days were hard. When the sun was too hot, the leaves felt tired. When the rain was too strong, the roots felt weak. Still, the plant grew. One day, a ladybug landed softly on a leaf. You are growing slowly, the ladybug said. That is good. The plant did not know why that was good, but it felt happy. Nearby, flowers bloomed quickly. They were bright and beautiful, but after a short time, their petals fell away. Other plants grew tall very fast, but when the wind came, they snapped. The small plant watched and learned. It learned that growing slowly made it strong. It learned that bending helped it survive. It learned that roots were more important than looks. Then one day, the sky grew dark. Clouds covered the sun. Thunder rolled loudly. Rain fell hard and fast. The wind screamed across the meadow. The plant shook with fear. This storm is too big, it thought. I cannot survive. The wind pushed the plant flat. Rain soaked the soil. Everything felt out of control. But deep under the ground, the roots held tight. They wrapped around stones. They gripped the soil firmly. The storm lasted a long time. When it finally ended, the meadow was quiet again. The plant slowly lifted itself. One leaf was gone. The stem was bent. But the plant was alive. I did it, the plant thought quietly. Seasons passed. The plant grew taller each year. Its stem became thicker. Branches began to grow. Birds rested on it. Insects hid beneath its leaves. The plant was no longer just a plant. It was becoming a tree. Children from a nearby village discovered the tree. They played under it, laughed near it, and rested in its shade. One child named Leela visited often. She liked to sit quietly by the tree. One day she said, I feel small. I feel like I won't ever do anything big. The tree's leaves rustled softly. If the tree could speak, it would have told her that big things begin very small. Years passed. The tree grew strong and tall. It gave shade, shelter, and comfort. One spring, tiny seeds appeared among its branches. The wind blew stronger than usual. The branches of the tree swayed back and forth. The seeds on that tree fell to the ground just like it once had. Hidden beneath the soil, new stories waited to begin. The end. Just like the seed in our story, every one of us starts small. Sometimes growing feels slow or difficult, but with patience, kindness, and courage, wonderful things can happen. Remember, no dream is too small, and no beginning is ever meaningless. Thank you so much for listening and spending this time with us. We are so happy to have you here. and we can't wait to share more magical stories with you very soon. Until then, keep dreaming, keep growing, and take care.